thing. Oh, I hear it now. Yeah. Is that supposed to be playing? Are we started?
I don't know if we're on.
Are we on? I don't know. All right. Well, just tell me. I'll be on my phone here.
Hello, and welcome to Take Flight Live with Phoenix Stage Company, an award-winning 100% volunteer community theater organization located in Oakville, Connecticut.
You knew I was going to put my headphones on. That's why you yelled.
I'm Ed Bassett, Executive Director of Phoenix Stage Company, and your host here with Tim Phillips. Say hello, Tim.
Hello.
Tim, you want to see something cool?
What's that?
We have these like really cool like yellow envelopes that for the season announcement. If you do this, watch what happens. What? It disappears on the green screen. Can you see it? Oh,
see, they have no idea.
Look.
They have no idea. It's magic.
It's magic. It's called green screen.
You know what? Screw it. If my phone goes off.
Yeah. They're really watching cartoons over there. They don't care.
We have a audience
they're
tonight!
They're watching the Norelco Santa.
Yes, they are.
Because they're 65.
Welcome to the show, everybody here and everybody all around the world watching on YouTube.
That's
tonight,
right.
Or at least in California.
Well, I happen to know that the people in the UK watch this too.
Do they really?
I don't know if they're watching it right now.
Well, that would be midnight their time. So
they're young people.
They stay up and
they're
watch
not
our show.
65.
They stay up and watch our show. Well, if you're watching from England, thank you for watching.
Cheerio.
Cheerio. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
See, I'm drinking my Black Hawk beer out of a wine glass tonight because I wanted to be fancy because it is season announcement night.
Yes, it is. This is a big announcement
for 2020.
We are announcing the 2022 season.
Oh, did I say 2020 a second
ago? You said 2020.
Man, because my brain, because I'm 65.
We'll explain that joke
sometime. You come see the Christmas show.
You'll figure it out. And this is that technically year 12 or year?
No,
11?
it is technically our 10th season.
Oh, is it really?
It is our 10th
because
season.
we had those,
we had a 10.2.
The 10.2,
which was just
we're in
three
right
little. That's what we're in right now.
Yeah.
Because we were, I think 2020 was going to be our 10th season,
right?
And it got,
Yep.
And then so this is really our 10th full season because now if you take our first season was really a mini season because it was 3 shows.
Yes.
And this season was 3 shows. So if you put them together, it's really just one season for most theaters. It's still not a season for us.
Nobody told me there'd be math tonight.
So so it's cool.
Okay, so we are announcing the 2022 season.
We are.
And you've worked on this for quite some time, you and everybody else involved.
Everybody in the office. We sit and read and talk. And it's
how does that start? You just get a script and you read it as it gets submitted to you, I assume, right?
No. Agnes can tell you, Lori, she can tell you oh my goodness.
It's a long process.
So much. And it costs money just to read the plays because you have to buy the scripts.
Oh.
You read the synopsis.
Yeah.
And it sounds really good. And so you go online and you say, yeah, we'll spend the $12 on the script plus the $3 handling and the $8 shipping for one script. And then you read it and it's bad. and you're like, what are we going to do with this now? We're going to put it on a shelf and hope an actor takes it. It's bad, right? Yes. So there's a lot.
So it's a long process. And of course, you've mentioned this before. You go in and say, okay, we can only have so many people in the cast. We can only have we only have so much space.
That's the formula that we use for our one act festival.
But you use it for
no, not really. I mean, sometimes I'll go, look at this. And Lori will be sitting at her desk across from me and go, 23 people. Like, have you been downstairs? So yeah. And I mean, in Naugatuck, we did the Last Supper that had 20 people in it.
You did Sweeney Todd.
We did Sweeney Todd with a whole bunch of people.
Major,
we got, so it can happen. It's just, one thing that has been happening with us, honestly, I think we got a little bit easy. So when we first moved here, we had reached a point as a company where we were taking some chances and we were being a little daring. We did cops we did female transport. We did some things that I say have a little bit of a pucker factor for the people that are producing it and for sure, because you're just nervous about whether is it gonna, right?
I thought you were talking about romance.
And I think I think what happened is we got a little easy and started worrying more about ticket sales than we were really about theater and
Right.
attracting a wider group of actors and directors and volunteers to be
Right.
part of the production. So we had to be a little bit daring with this one. Not ground
So-
shaking yet. The whole season isn't. It's you still see some of the stuff that we've
Right.
that we like. We do love to do all theater, and we're really good at comedies and what I say,
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's a couple in there, but there's some other stuff that I think will really help us expand in terms of diversity for our casts,
Mhm.
diversity for our directors and the production staff.
Would you call this a mixed bag kind of season? Something for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right? I think so, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, I
But
think it is.
You're asking. Oh, you're
I'm
asking
asking
Lori. and
Lori. I'm
Agnes.
asking
I was like,
Agnes.
they have no idea what the shows
Yeah.
are. Why are you asking them?
I think it is kind of a mixed bag. And I personally think it's exciting.
Yeah.
We trimmed down from 8 shows to 7. But then we added the One Act Festival and then we booked 2 cabarets and a band.
in the band.
So, it's all
it's not the same.
it's
We're
all-
busy. We'll be
it's-
busy.
Yeah, it's all good,
Yeah.
I'm excited for this season. I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
I am. I have a joke for you.
Really?
I do.
I'm so surprised.
What do you call a goat that's always cleaning up?
I don't know. What do you call a goat that's always cleaning up?
A Roomba.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Yeah.
I love that, right?
I guess Al didn't put the laugh on because
No,
we have real
so,
people.
Yeah,
with us.
so yeah, but
Yeah.
they just groaned.
They ground, yes.
So tonight I have jokes about
Okay.
and otters.
Otters.
Yep.
Why?
And caribou.
Why?
Because of the Christmas show. You have to come see the Christmas show to understand that. I couldn't find any jokes about marmosets. I
okay.
honestly didn't even know what a marmoset was. I thought it was
It's
like
a
a
little-
big ox, but it's a monkey.
It's a little thing.
Yeah, well, the monkey jokes don't count it. They don't say marmoset. And come see the Christmas show.
So,
You'll
yeah,
understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I have these great jokes that I was, what do you call a goat
another
that works in a donut shop?
I don't know. What do you call a goat that works in a donut shop?
A battering ram.
That didn't even get groans.
Well, Lori did a.
Ugh.
I thought her head was gonna pop up there. Come on, that's funny. Battering ram, battering donuts, donut batter. Yeah, Jonathan, come on.
That's it. You're explaining jokes now. You sunk to that
It's
level.
okay. It's
You
okay.
sunk to that level. We have to
Yeah,
explain it,
it's
so.
yeah.
Before we get on with everything, how was your week?
Our week,
Our 2 weeks, actually, 'cause 2 weeks since last time
we've
we were
been
here.
together. Yeah, 2
we've
weeks.
been working a lot together. We've been working on the Christmas
We've been
show,
working on the Christmas show and getting
which
that ready to
opens
go.
in 8 days, 9 days.
So, and we will have had 4 rehearsals.
And
Now
if you
it all
ask me-
comes back to you. The problem is
Yes.
this is the 5th time we've done it, so we can't remember. Wait, was it last
The last
time
time
that
we
the
did-
box came out that side, or was it
Right,
the time before
right.
that it came out that side, or how do we do this?
Christmas thing here.
So
Yeah.
it can be a little confusing, but
Yes.
it comes back, and I love these
It
2 guys so
amazes
much.
me,
It's
yeah.
so much fun to be on stage
It
with
amazes
them.
me how much of the dialogue comes back naturally, both what's written and what's.
And there's some
suggested.
new stuff, which is really funny.
Yes.
We've added a couple new shows in
Yes,
there.
Yes, so it's good.
Which,
it's-
I mean, thankfully, this script says treat it like a cotton T-shirt that
Yep.
you stretch to fit your cast and your audience.
And we do.
So,
And we do.
yeah,
We
it's
stretch
so
them
much
out.
fun, and being on stage with Ian and Rob is
Yeah.
such a pleasure.
Yeah.
And
They
they
go out of
make
their
me
way.
feel
Yeah.
65.
Yes, they do.
They have so much
Oh,
energy.
They do.
It's ridiculous.
They do. And they go out of their way to see if they can break you on stage. It's a Carol Burnett show every night.
They
here.
try really
They
hard.
try,
Yeah.
yeah.
Last night I actually lost my voice during rehearsal
That's because
because I inhaled part of a Santa beard just to be
Oh, that's true.
just to be
Yeah.
yeah. And
Is that what that
I-
was then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a fur ball off of the beard.
On the inside. of the
Yeah.
beard.
And
Yeah.
then a couple nights before, it was a spider that was in there that went, and,
Well,
yeah.
it's been 3 years since we did, so things are going to grow in those beards. It happens. It's theater.
It's
It
okay.
happens. It's
It
okay.
does. It happens.
But we open 9 days, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving,
Yes, the 27th.
and ticket sales are going pretty good for
They
this
are.
show.
They are.
So get your tickets now
Yep.
and prepare to have a really good time. It's one of those shows that, and we use this word so often with this show, it's become a tradition here at Phoenix Stage Company.
It is.
Because we did this show, and people love this show.
It's a great show. It is. It is a
and
really
it's a
good show.
time. We've had businesses that have made this their Christmas party.
Yeah.
We've had groups come in.
Yeah.
You get special requests now when people.
We
order
do
tickets.
because people know that we bring folks up on stage, and so
Yes.
they make special requests that a member of their
They
party
want-
be
they want
selected. So
somebody-
there are certain seats that we put them in so that
we know
so
what
that
they
Rob
are.
and Ian can find
find
them
them, yeah.
appropriately. Yeah.
And it's just a fun way. It really kind of kicks off the holiday season because we start right after Thanksgiving, 2 days
Yeah,
after.
it's running
Thanksgiving.
through the 12th of December.
Yep.
The performance that was originally planned for Friday, the 3rd
Yep.
of December, we had to cancel that performance because of an unforeseen conflict with one of the actors.
And trust me, when you have 3 actors and you're missing one, it makes it kind of tough.
Tim just didn't feel like he could step
I
in.
wanted Lori to go step in and do it and do my part.
Yeah, kick.
Yeah, kick.
No kick is what she says.
No,
So no.
no.
Yeah. So this season announcement is really exciting for us because honestly, to be perfectly honest, we weren't sure what was going to happen. We weren't sure where we were going to be after 2020, and
Right.
we're
right.
really, really excited to still be here and
Still kicking.
kicking and
Yeah.
kick
Yeah,
and
kicking.
and doing all this stuff.
Yep.
So I do want to talk about real quick
Yes.
in January of 2022, we have the very talented Cheyenne Walland coming in
Who's
and
been-
doing a cabaret here at Phoenix Stage Company.
This
She's
is
doing it on.
similar to that. We talked about this last time. She was on our show last time. This is similar to the one she did in New York.
It
City.
is similar, except now she has 7 people in her show. There are 7 performers who are going to be part of her cabaret, January 21st and 22nd. One of those performers is our very good friend, Dan Bodewin, who's now called Danny Bo. And he had moved to New York. He was on stage at Phoenix Stage Company in a couple of shows.
Over
The
in
last one
Naugatuck,
was
yeah.
Just Around the Bend,
That was
one of our new
Naugatuck, yep,
musicals.
Yep.
And that we fondly remember together. And and so Cheyenne is coming here for January 21st and 22nd, and those tickets will go on sale soon. And then she's doing a follow-up cabaret in February.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know.
Yeah, she's
I learned
doing
new things.
she's putting together a cabaret that tells the story of people's journey through theater.
Oh,
And she's asked me to be a part of that. I'll be singing something from A Man of No Importance for her in that
what a great
show.
show that was.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Nice.
Yeah, and then in the 3rd weekend in January, we will have Sean Lewis's band Stiletto here. They are a Billy Joel cover band. Yeah, I know that's exciting, right?
It's exciting to me because I'm a very big Billy. I'm very big. I'm very big.
He's a large Billy
I'm
Joel
a large
fan.
Billy Joel fan. I've seen him, I think, 4 times in concert.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to lock Tim in the bathroom so he doesn't end up on
like
stage
it.
singing with the band.
You never know. I'm going to be there, ready in case something happens.
It's not
If somebody gets-
Beatlemania, Tim.
If somebody gets later,
Don't throw your underwear at Sean, please.
Oh, I'll pay you to do that. Oh, come on. Listen, I'll work with Lori. We're going to stencil a pair of underwear with Tim's name and slingshot it onto stage.
oh, okay.
Come on.
Like a t-shirt gun, but
Yeah,
just
like underwear.
gun. Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Come on, that'd be
We
great.
have to put that in the show somewhere where we could just shoot underwear into the underpants.
Yeah,
We'll
do
the
we?
underpants.
I agree. Do we? Do we? Maybe bras.
Okay. Well, that's a slingshot in itself.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So listen, we're gonna
Off track
we're
here.
gonna bring Agnes Dann up on stage, and we're gonna start doing the season thing.
Yes, Agnes Dann, everybody.
Agnes Dann.
Watch the cord there. There she is.
Hi, boys.
Hi, Guy. How are you?
I'm good.
You
I'm
said hi,
excited. I
guy.
know.
Hi, Guy.
It's
all right.
weird.
Yeah,
It's
it just
okay.
happens.
Anyway, hey, we didn't do birthdays.
We did not do birthdays, so should we fire that up?
Yes.
The music there.
Do the
Ron?
birthday video back there, and
Getting there.
He's getting there. Oh, shit.
you see the screen. Look,
Oh, we got.
Watch this.
That look.
Watch.
Oh.
It disappears. You got a balloon on your chest.
I always wanted to have a
Yeah,
balloon on my
yeah.
chest.
All right. So listen, we have birthdays.
Yes, we do. Starting with this Sunday, our good friend over at Landmark Community Theater, Jeff Dunn, is celebrating
Happy
his
birthday, Jeff.
Yep. And on Tuesday,
On Tuesday, Lori Poulin and her birthday twin, Kristen Moracy.
You're not 65, though, right? No, okay, just a second there. And then, of course, a couple days later, we celebrate Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
to everybody.
Thanksgiving.
We hope you have a good bird or whatever you have.
Hey, speaking of good bird,
Oh, yeah?
hey, Tim.
Hey, what?
Now, you know this, so don't do the
All
punchline.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
What did the turkey say to the computer?
I don't know. What did the turkey, why do we have a green screen?
I'm getting there. I hit the
I've gone this far in the show and Michael hasn't insulted me yet.
It's true.
Oh, actually, you kind of did throw the thing out there. Okay, so why did they?
What
Turkey,
did-
What did the
What?
turkey say to the computer?
Google.
Wow.
Oh,
Not
Lori,
only-
you like that secretly. You
Not
do.
only have the booze continue, but they've gotten to be less enthusiastic about
I
it.
know, right?
Like,
It's
like,
Who
yeah.
cares?
Okay, so listen, we're gonna
what's it say about Halloween pictures?
I don't know, it's leftover. I copy and pasted, Tim. Come on.
You just figured out
I
how to
probably-
do PDFs.
Talk about the week.
I just learned how to save something as a PDF. I thought you had to use Adobe to make it a PDF. What do I know?
Okay,
I don't know
well.
anything.
But anyway,
Come on, it's crazy.
yeah.
I'm drinking beer out of a wine glass because I'm 65.
Happy hour.
Wait,
All right, yeah. Okay, so
Cheers.
So,
Cheers. Yeah.
we're going to go.
How are we doing this again?
is it time?
Yes, it's time.
Oh, it's
we only
time.
have an hour and we've been talking for 45 minutes and we still have to play the game.
So what else is?
Yeah.
It's never just an
Hey,
hour.
Michael, here's a question for you. Since all the people that are here in the audience tonight do all the chatting, is anybody in the chat room?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
In
Oh.
the chat room, we have Jeannie Martin,
Oh, okay.
Chanel Dupree,
Oh.
Paula Murphy-Meehan.
Ah.
Oh, I thought she was
Tony
gonna be
Benedetti
here.
stopped it real quick before his
Oh,
show.
we had a show tonight. Yeah.
We have Lucia Dressel.
Oh, hi, Lucia.
We have Martha, but she's just in the
But
audience.
Martha.
Hi,
cheating.
Martha.
That's cheating up there.
And a Deep Peralt, but I don't know who that is.
Deep Perot.
That's
That's
Donna
Donna.
Peralt. Donna and Roland Peralt are very
Good subscribers,
good
right?
supporters,
Yeah,
long-time
yeah.
subscribers
Yeah, that's
of
nice.
Phoenix Stage Company. Good to see
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Donna and Roland.
So Martha, no obscene things on the chat, so Michael gets upset.
So we're going to go, we're going to read these in order of the way that they're going to go on the
Okay.
season. And
All right.
after we are done with the season, Lori Poulin has some things to pass out, the actor handbook. So you have
Ooh.
those. And I just turned one into a PDF for the first time ever. So that'll end up as a, what'd you call it? An e-file, electronic file? What'd you call it?
A PDF.
That's what you call
It'll
it.
be somewhere where you can click on it. I don't know. You said you embed it
Attachment?
somewhere or something. I don't know.
Attached it to an email,
Oh,
made it a
okay,
PDF.
all right.
attached
I
to an
sent it to
email.
them. They said they were going to put it in the credits
Once
or
again,
something.
no, I'm going to take the actor's guide and post it to Facebook as a downloadable file once the season is announced.
There you go, as a PDF.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Is that special?
I-
I wish I knew how to do, but I can't because I'm 64.
Okay, there you go.
I have done PDFs before,
All right.
Oh.
years ago when I was.
Years
So
ago.
Tim,
Yeah.
the envelope, please.
Oh,
Tim is going to
Tim's
read the
gonna start.
first show. It disappeared on.
Oh,
There it is.
There it is.
Oh, that's cool.
so these are, you said these are in order. of
These
the
are in
season.
order of the season.
So this will be in March.
So this is the first show, which is in.
A goat, a
Uh,
horse, and oh no, that's not.
See,
And,
they're-
and
they-
Johnny
they
Carson's
remember
band.
that.
Nobody
Yeah, I
remembers that
remember
stuff. Yeah. Karnak.
was gonna blow.
Karnak. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Show
So-
number one.
The show number one is called Alibis by Peter. Ooh, okay, somebody likes it. By Peter Kennedy. It's a whodunit, howdunit. When famous actress Primavera Donna throws a party and winds up dead, it's up to the guests to figure out who and how and why the hired help is so annoying. Shades of Sherlock Holmes, Agatha Christie, and 10 Little Indians. As the storm outside rages and the body count mounts, the guests must contend with interruptions, shocking revelations, tacky special effects, and the arrival of a mysterious visitor. A rapid fire romp through the conventional drawing room mystery. Alibis, and that will be running March 5th through March 19th.
That's
the
a
first
good
show.
one.
That
That's
is
a really
fun.
good one.
I've read this one.
Yep.
And
Lori laughed out
I
loud
laughed out
many
loud.
times at her
Yes.
desk. And
Yes.
when that happens, it's a good script.
and I groaned a lot.
And
When
you
I
groaned
cried.
and I
Oh.
guffawed.
Yes. So
It is,
between the laughs, guffaws, and groans, we had a winner.
yeah,
There you
it,
go.
it was a really,
We have a winner.
really
So
fun script.
that doesn't say. It says in the guide how many people are in each show, right?
Yes, in the guide, it says what the characters are, how
Is that the one
many
you made a
people.
PDF for?
Yeah.
Yes, the guide that I made up, hopefully I
yeah, we got-
did.
we got
I
the
don't
thing on
know. Save
we have
as.
Yep.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's Alibis, and that starts in March.
Wait, I'm
So
gonna do
so that'll
this.
probably audition what I'm
See,
guessing in
disappears.
January somewhere.
Yes, it's
Probably.
and that says it in the actor guide as well.
Oh,
When they are
wow.
planned, they're not set in stone, but it's, look for them
Yeah.
around there. I think it was January 2nd and 3rd or somewhere in
around
there,
Yep.
starting early with that.
Mhm.
Show number 2.
Which
Ready?
disappeared. Yeah.
It disappeared?
Yes. But it's back.
Guess we're not gonna
It's
do
back.
it. Guess we're not gonna do it. Okay. Show number 2. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Why, you think it's bad?
Okay, for show number 2, The Revolutionists by Laura Gunderson.
Revolutionists.
4 beautiful, badass women lose their heads in this irreverent, girl-powered comedy set during the French Revolution's reign of terror. Playwright Olympia de Gouges assassin Charlotte Corday, former queen and fan of ribbons Marie Antoinette,
Ooh.
and Haitian rebel Mariana and I think it's Angela,
Uh-huh.
hang out, murder Murat, and try to beat back the extremist insanity in 1793 Paris. Good costumes.
Yeah.
This grand and dream-tweaked comedy is about violence and legacy, art and activism, feminism and terrorism, compatriots and chosen sisters, and how we actually go about changing the world. It's a true story, or total fiction, or a play about a play, or a raucous resurrection. And this will take place from April 23rd to May 1st.
Wow, that sounds
It's a great one.
amazing.
Yeah,
It's a
this one's a good
great
one. Yeah.
piece. This is a great piece. And when I read this script, I was just like, I was blown away by it because it's, it takes place in 1793
Right.
in Paris, and yet they're very modern
Like the dialogue
approaches
is-
to women. The dialogue
Yeah.
is modern. It's not French accents. It's not, the way it was written was really cool.
I was
really,
working
really
on that
great.
just to be in the back.
And I was talking to, that same day, I was talking to Laura King, who wrote Cayuga Canal Girls. And I mentioned that I had just read this play, and she said, "Oh my God, Laura's one of my very good friends." So
Oh,
it's exciting
nice.
that we're doing Laura Gunderson play after doing
Yeah,
a Laura King
that'll
play.
be a challenge to do, it sounds like. And I'm just curious, is it just the 4 women in that
It's
play?
just the 4 women.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be clawing at each other for the auditions. then.
Yeah, it's a really, 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 really fun one.
So number 3.
Number 3. Number 3 is called Alabama Story by Kenneth Jones. As the civil rights movement is flowering, a controversial children's book about a black rabbit marrying a white rabbit stirs the passions of a segregationist state senator and a no-nonsense state librarian in 1959 Montgomery, Alabama. A contrasting story of childhood friends, an African-American man and a woman of white privilege reunited in adulthood, provides private counterpoint to the public events swirling in the state capitol, inspired by true events.
Wow.
This production, Alabama Story by Kenneth Jones, will appear June 4th through the 18th.
Oof. That sounds like it's going to be a
Yeah.
one that you're going to have people talking about first.
This is a
time.
this is a good one. It's a
Yeah.
good one. And our good friend Foster Evans Reese will be directing this for us.
Nice. It'd be
Yeah.
great to have Foster here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We haven't
Yeah.
seen him in a while. That's
Alabama Story.
That's going to be interesting. Is that's not a world premiere or anything of that?
It is
play,
not it's not a world premiere, but I will tell you that Alabama Story and the Revolutionists
yes.
were not in print yet when I got the manuscripts from the publishers. They emailed me
Wow.
thinking we might be interested in some stuff because I was looking for new things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So these are hot off the presses.
Wow. So we're going to be among
um,
the first people doing these shows.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so these are great shows. We're really excited about
That's
these shows.
awesome.
Yeah. And very appropriate.
Yeah.
Is that a
yeah.
big show, or is it just the two people, or is it just?
No, so you'll read in the actor's guide, but there's one actor who plays several characters.
Oh my.
He plays several characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Then there's the state librarian. She plays one other character.
Okay.
And then there's the African-American actor. There's a woman who plays his love interest.
Yeah.
And then there's the playwright that writes the children's book. So it's a great show.
That's
Great
show.
show. Great show.
And it'd be great to have Foster here. Number 4. Number
4.
Oh, I think people have heard of this one. It's by a guy named Bill William Shakespeare. It's going to be Romeo and Juliet.
Woohoo.
Oh,
Ooh,
it
they
sounds
like
like
that.
the reaction was
Oh.
similar to one of your jokes.
No, I think they like
No,
that
they
better.
like-
I think they do, yes. In case you don't know about Romeo and Juliet, it is an age-old vendetta between two powerful families erupts into bloodshed. A group of masked Montagues risk further conflict by gate-crashing a Capulet party. A young, lovesick Romeo Montague falls instantly in love with Juliet Capulet. Is it Capulet?
Capulet.
That's what I thought. I thought it might be French, like
Yeah, it's
Capulet.
Capulet.
Who is due to marry her father's choice, the County Paris. Maybe that's why I thought. With the help of Juliet's nurse, the women
Yes.
arrange for
Okay.
a couple to marry the next day, but Romeo's attempt to halt a street fight leads to the death of Juliet's own cousin, Tybalt, for which Romeo is banished. You know, I think I think Will Shakespeare stole this from West Side Story.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Somebody really should look into copyrights about that.
Yeah,
Tonight.
Oh, look at our background.
it's lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
Oh, okay. So Romeo and Juliet runs July 16th through July 30th. So it's a good summer show. And that has, I know, it has a good sized cast in it.
It does,
Because
and
Will
it's
Shakespeare
it's
plays
being
it.
directed by John Long.
John Long, great. And there'll be sword fights.
Yes, there will be sword fights.
Lots and lots
Good.
of swords.
Yes.
They do. You and I were in Boston one time, and I think we were about to go to a Red Sox game, and they had Shakespeare in the park.
No, there was no game. It was just we
Oh,
were
it
just
rained.
there
Oh,
for
just
something. I
there.
don't even know what we were there for.
I think
but
we
we
meant to go
happened
to
in a
game, but-
park, and there was
Shakespeare in the
Romeo and
park.
Juliet was happening. So we sat on the ground,
Yeah,
and then it started raining.
and then they stopped the show.
And they stopped the show for a while, and it stopped, and they came out, did a couple lines, and it started raining again, and they left again.
So I have no
So we
idea
left.
how it ends.
We left. Yeah, I don't know.
And we'll find out.
That's too bad,
Yeah.
man. That's too
Yeah.
bad.
But it was a beautiful production. So I'm looking forward to see what you get to do with this. Because again, this is a big costuming show.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
a big show altogether
It is.
to put on. So it'll
Yeah.
be great to see.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
luck, John Long.
Number 5.
Number 5. So that's early summer. This is late summer.
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
It
Number 5.
Very exciting.
What's it called?
Ta-da-da! It's called Head Over Heels.
Ah, we're bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
Well, we never did it, but we meant to do it a long time ago. Seems like
I got to do this again.
oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Wait, hold
A
out here.
hilarious, exuberant celebration of love, Head Over Heels follows the escapades of a royal family on an outrageous journey to save their beloved kingdom from extinction, only to discover the key to their realm's survival lies within each of their own hearts.
Oh,
This laugh out loud love story is set to the music of the iconic 1980s all-female rock band, the Go-Go's,
Go-Go's.
including the hit songs We Got the Beat, Our Lips Are Sealed, Vacation, Belinda Carlisle's Heaven is a Place on Earth, and Mad About You. That show will be August 20th through the 28th.
We're very excited
Very
to bring
excited.
that
Big
back.
musical.
Now, you saw this on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yes,
we
and
did.
so one of the reasons we're bringing this back is because we had already paid for all the stuff. We had already, so unlike other musicals, we had to buy the books and the librettos and all the stuff for this show. We had already bought them. And so we were,
So
we
it
made
made sense.
we
it
might
out
as
there.
well do it.
Yeah.
We already
Yeah,
have
we're
it.
excited
you're very
to
excited
do
about
it.
it.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
we're
you
very,
love it.
very excited to
You
do
couldn't
this
stop
show.
talking about
The
this show after
story
you
is
saw it.
great. And
And
it's
the
just fun.
music, you
And
don't
the
even have to
music.
be 65.
Yeah.
The music is great,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun show. It's
It's
just
exciting.
fun.
So, and that's when it's in
August.
August. Okay. Nice. That should be fun.
It is. It's a great little show. We're
Yeah.
excited
It's a
about it.
great big show.
I was gonna say it's. how
It's a
many
great big
how many
show.
people in it?
Well, there's an ensemble.
There's an
too.
There is an
ensemble.
ensemble. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a musical, obviously.
It's a music. Oh.
All right. Number 6 is the return of our International One Act Festival. This
Oh,
is 3
hooray.
evenings of original one act plays produced in partnership this year with our sister company, Phoenix Theater Company in Bolton, England.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting. I have another Zoom meeting coming up with them in December that more people will be involved in, I hope.
Yeah.
And we're finalizing the wording on the call for submissions so that we can share that process because they have more connections with the Scottish Playwright Society and
Right.
all of that stuff. We're going to
Fun.
select the plays. They're going to produce 3 of them. They're going to film them. And then as part of our festival,
Uh-huh.
we will show them on the screen.
Oh, nice.
We're going to film the entire event here, and then they will be able to do a virtual festival there while we've done the live one
That's
here. So,
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
right?
we're
That's gonna be
super
fun.
excited about it. They're really excited about it. It's not
Yeah.
anything they've ever really done before, and it's an opportunity for them to raise some funds for themselves and
Nice.
us too. So,
Nice.
yeah, really exciting.
Are submissions still allowed at this point?
We haven't even started taking submissions
Oh,
yet.
okay.
This is for
so
September
of next year.
September of next year.
yeah.
So we're gonna publish the call late
Yeah.
next month. And we will take submissions until probably the end of May,
All right.
and then they'll be shut off. We all know what it's like with the One Act festivals, and you've been there and you've been there.
Yes.
I know, Lori, we sit there reading these scripts and reading and
And
reading
reading and
and
reading,
reading and reading and reading.
But every now and
we have
then
a
you-
and
you
we have
come
a reading
across-
committee that we
yeah.
would send them out to.
Yes.
Donna Storms was one of those
Ah,
readers.
yes. Oh, yeah.
And they would just say yes or no. Surprisingly, one of the most prolific one act readers for us was John Poulin, who absolutely loved reading those plays.
Yeah.
And he was always first back with his plays because I'd send them out in batches of 5 or 6.
Right.
And he would no. When you got a yes from John Poulin,
Then you
it
know you
was
made it.
a
You
really
made
big
it,
yes. And he almost
Yeah.
play for play matched your wife, Lori Phillips. They have
Ah.
the same sensibility when it comes to these plays.
Yeah.
It's always interesting in the past to see how that goes.
And
So-
I gotta say, we've had, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these one act festivals over the 5, 6 forever.
yeah,
It seems like every
many.
other. They are. I know it's a big pain in the butt to put them on. It's a logistic nightmare to put these things on together.
It's labor intensive.
It's very labor intensive, but boy, the performances and the scripts that you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
And
had
it's-
some
it's,
amazing.
It can be
amazing
challenging. I
one-offs.
know it's frustrating for some directors. Jonathan, you've directed for us one acts.
Yeah,
It can be frustrating, I think, because they don't get as much stage time as they want.
right.
But we have 15 plays going on.
Right.
And we're
right.
trying to get everybody in and get them some equal time. But this is just going to be I think the extra layer of having a partner across the pond
That's
do it
gonna
with us.
really
It's going
make
to
it
be
interesting.
really exciting and to see
Yeah,
how they
yeah. And I know
produce
the
them.
patrons really like these festivals.
They
too.
do,
yeah.
They come
Yeah.
out and they come
Yeah.
all 3 days. And, they
And
watch
our
everything.
goal with Phoenix Theater Company is that in 2023, we will do another One Act Festival with an actor exchange. So We'll do an actor
Oh, he's
exchange.
raising his
Someone
hand.
goes over there, someone
See,
comes over here.
I'm afraid to do
for
that
the One Act
because if I
Festival.
go over there, you bring over Clive and he comes over here.
So Clive is the Bolton version of Tim.
Yeah.
Whereas here on our stage, Tim always shows up in his underwear.
And-
Clive always ends up
On
in
purpose.
underwear there.
On purpose.
Yeah. It's interesting to
I'm
talk
afraid
to our
that
friends because they
Yeah.
told me about Clive ending up on stage in a red pouch. And I thought,
What's a
Huh.
red pouch?
it's a red thong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't done that
I'm
to you
afraid
yet.
Clive's going to come over
Well,
here.
he's
You're going
done
to
it.
like him so much, and they'll say, "No, we'll keep Clive. We're good."
We're hoping.
See what you got? How far did we get into the show?
pretty
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the International One Eye Festival that will happen September 15, 16, and 17,
Oh, look forward to that.
2022.
Looking
September.
forward to that.
Did I say
love this.
October?
No, you said
No,
it.
okay.
You said September.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
65.
So we got number 7. here.
Number 7.
Number 7, and this is probably, if that's September, this is probably going to be, yes, in October. A play by Tim Kelly called Barney the Vampire, or The Feast of Blood. In 1900, weary vampire Sir Francis Varney shows up at an inn in Italy. He plans to visit a haunted grotto and asks forgiveness from a lost love whose ghost is doomed to roam the landscape wearing a thin veil over her face. Barney forgets his mission and proceeds to snarl and snap at everyone in sight, especially an English damsel. Varney is shot, stabbed with a wooden stake, and hanged, and still he survives. So that happens October 15th, right through to the 29th, just before Halloween.
Yeah.
Barney the Vampire.
You think it's a comedy?
I hope it's a comedy.
It is
It is.
ridiculous. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. It's my humor.
Oh dear. Does that mean there'll be a fart in the
All
show?
parts all the
I was
time.
gonna
No.
I wonder what this last show could be.
Oh,
What do you think the last show
it'll
could
be in
be?
December, won't it? Or November, December?
Yes, December 2nd it will
Shock.
begin.
Shock.
It is called, ready?
It's already on the screen.
I didn't mean to.
No, but they can't see it.
They
So
can't.
go,
Keep
do.
going. It was my
Every
worst nightmare.
Christmas story ever told and then some.
Ooh.
Can you wait?
you don't even have to read it.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But
wait,
but
there's
the
a
dates.
plot?
The
There's a
dates.
plot?
The plot. It's a madcap romp through the holidays.
There you go.
December 2nd through the 18th.
Okay.
So we had announced during Cayuga that this year was going to be the
We
farewell
always announce that.
Yeah, we
tour, and the audience booed. And then at intermission, I got accosted by a couple of audience members and said, "This is our tradition. This is
They
our
did.
tradition. How much does it cost? We'll pay for it." And we were like, "Wait, what?
What?
They
Wait,
did.
what?
They were
Wait,
like,
what?
We'll buy
What?
the
What?
royalties.
So then I said, "Hey, Tim,
Hey, what?
how many
Okay,
years did Hartford Stage do A Christmas Carol?
I don't know. How many years did Hartford?
Didn't they
Oh,
do
it's
it
not-
like 30
Oh,
years?
I thought you were telling me a joke.
Yeah. They did it like 30 years.
Yes, they did close to 30 years.
Yeah. And then I said, "Hey, Tim,
Hey, what?
yeah, how many years has TheaterWorks Hartford done on the rocks?"
It seems like 6 or 7, 8,
Yeah,
9,
like
10
people
years.
like tradition. So why fight it, right?
Yes.
Every Christmas
Yeah.
story ever told has been our best-selling Christmas show since we started doing
Right.
it. So we're now going to offer a tradition for people every year, and it's going to be that tradition. Now,
Yep.
Rob and Ian and I are, we're almost 65, so we're
Next year,
I
I,
hope-
will be
I-
65
I
by the
hope
time I
that
get
they'll come back for next year, and
Yep.
that will be our final, and then we will be recasting the show,
Yep.
and with a new director
Yep.
and new flavor on the thing, but we're going to keep that title. So
And
Yeah.
people have made it their tradition. They,
Sure
they
they
have they have come, and they come every time. 3 years ago when we did it last, we called it our farewell tour.
We call it every year.
And
well, we're
not-
we're
no,
Elton John.
Yeah, just the eternal farewell tour. But it remains a very popular show,
Yeah,
and
it's-
people have a good time with
It's
it.
just a lot of
And,
fun.
and
Yeah,
what's not to love about about seeing Ian in the.
You can't talk about it
I
because some
can't
people
talk
haven't
about
seen
it,
it.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you watch this,
You've
you know
seen it,
it.
you
It's
know
like
what
it's
it is.
crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's fun.
It is it's
It's
a fun
if you
show
guys
and-
start coming out in walkers and wheelchairs, then we know it's time to recast the show.
Ed, did you get lazy by this last slide? Every Christmas story, ...
Yes.
You-
Well,
Yeah.
it
We
wouldn't
had the other-
it
the
wouldn't
other one?
fit.
Okay.
You,
You know.
made another
I was just
line
gonna say,
there.
if you had made a PDF.
Well, I was afraid I was going to go too low, and
We're
then you'd
gonna
yell
go
at
to
me for making it too
PDS
low. It'd be
things.
behind Agnes's head.
Yeah.
You'd yell at me.
So that's the season. What do you think?
We're excited.
Lori's
There's-
going to pass out some books for you guys, so you know the wacky names of the actors. And for
Yeah.
those of you who aren't here, I guess you can go somewhere and get it as a file.
As a PDF.
I
As
will
a
be
PDF.
posting it soon on the Phoenix Facebook.
Thank
page.
you, Michael, for doing that. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stretch in there. There's a lot
So,
of
yeah.
it's
of
comedy
diversity.
and there's drama and there's a lot of
Well,
stuff
in the
between.
in the opening of the book in there, I did write a little tiny little note that
Yeah.
just it's a page, it's not little tiny,
Well,
but it just says, we came out of this pandemic bruised and
yes,
limping
absolutely.
and in a very precarious position.
Yeah.
We find ourselves with our subscriber base moving away,
Yep.
our subscriber base aging out of coming to the theater.
Yep.
And so we need to pay attention to not only that, but also our actor base
Yes.
is aging and they were having kids and they're all of that stuff,
Uh-huh.
And so we needed to put a season together that would attract more diversity.
Yep.
And would also attract more people to come into the theater to see the shows
Yeah.
and to be a part of the
And to
shows.
also present more diversity.
Correct.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have found as our tradition that we get new actors in here all the time and we get new patrons all the time.
Right.
And people that come see our shows love our show.
Right.
And they love the atmosphere of this place.
Right.
They love the popcorn. They love the
Right.
everything else, the friendly staff that Lori puts together, the volunteers that Lori throws
But
together.
we had to be,
Your Lord,
you know,
yeah.
we were slipping into that little trap that theaters fall into sometimes.
Yeah.
Where we were doing the same kind of show through the season.
Yeah.
And so the same actors were showing up for auditions because they're the kind of shows that they
They do, right. Yeah.
And so we weren't, and so then people were saying, you cast the same people. Well, they show up for auditions because we were doing the same kinds of shows. So it was we were locking ourselves into
Right,
that.
right.
Well,
Well, that won't happen this year.
And we need to be really careful about that and be able to grow and expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there in that note, in the actor's book, it says, we're looking for shows that challenge us. And so we're looking for actors and directors to bring us shows.
Right,
But that they need to be courageous in bringing us the shows.
right,
Have courage, bring us shows.
right.
Bring us shows you've never done. Bring
Yeah.
us shows that we're not familiar with.
Right, right.
And be brave in a lot of aspects.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to survive, by becoming
Mhm.
better at what we do, but
Yeah.
also more diverse in what we do.
Hey, I want to throw a plug out if you don't mind.
Yeah, we mind.
Speaking of shows you never heard of, you and Amber went to see Dogfight the other day.
Yes.
And our good friend Justin
Yeah.
Torres is in
Yes.
it, and a lot of really good, and it was a good show, you said.
It was an
Such a good
amazing,
show.
You saw-
it
you
was
saw too,
an
yeah.
amazing
We're gonna go see
production.
it Saturday. I'm
It was an
looking forward to
amazing production. The performances were
Yeah.
outstanding,
Yeah, so-
outstanding.
So it's running one more weekend, I think.
It is running one more weekend.
And we're going on Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing. my new
I
friend
will,
Justin. Yeah.
I will tell you that, I suffered from PTSD.
Yeah.
And, there's a point in the show that was really very difficult.
Sure.
That was very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Triggers.
And, they did an amazing job. Now, the battle scene, most people would think that's what triggers PTSD, but it really wasn't that. It
Yeah.
was Justin's portrayal of
Yeah.
someone suffering from PTSD
Really?
following that.
Yeah.
He was
Brilliant.
Well, he's an amazing actor.
he
Yeah.
was amazing.
I will say, I pulled Justin aside afterwards and I said, I came to see the show. I read the synopsis of this show beforehand, and I didn't expect to enjoy this show as much as I absolutely did.
Wow,
And it's
that's
an
great.
actor's vehicle
Yeah.
You know, they had
Mhm.
such a simple set. It is an actor's vehicle to tell a story.
Yeah,
and
it
Oh,
was
that's
so
great.
well
That's
done.
great.
Congratulations to Catherine Ray and Sharon Hauk and
all
yeah,
those people up there. Yeah.
really,
It's
really,
great.
really,
I
really.
mean, we've seen some good theater out there again, and we try to put good theater on here too. And it's great to see it coming back full force,
Yeah.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it
that's
is.
great.
It is.
Sure.
So come see our Christmas show.
Yeah, come see the Christmas show now. You know, right now, to buy tickets, you need to call the theater to purchase tickets. We've installed a new box office program, which I really love because it prints off tickets for us and stuff. It's not a third party; it's just us,
Doesn't have PDFs,
which is
right?
great. Tim, I'm 65. But I'm working with Sharon on revamping the website,
Yeah.
and so that people can go to the website to buy tickets again.
Right.
But that takes a little bit of time. We're hoping to have that done before that cabaret comes up in January.
But for now, people will see it on the website. Call
Call the
for
theater.
tickets, yeah. Yeah.
Call the theater. You know, we've responded to a couple of things and she's changed the page for me with some stuff. So we're working on revamping that so that it's a little more user friendly and
Yeah.
people can find their way through and get tickets quicker.
Hey,
Good,
if people want to do
I can
ushers
tell
or
you a joke.
concessions or set construction or any of that, what could they do?
Well, if you want to volunteer and you want to be a part of, that's the wrong one. That's my email. Don't email me.
Send him tell him Ed really likes him to learn how to do a PDF. So if you send it to Ed at phoenixstagecompany.org, a little YouTube thing to show him how to do a PDF, he'd really appreciate it.
I would really appreciate it.
Yeah. Or jokes, if you have jokes.
No, it should be info.
Well,
Company.
so
I thought I
here's
said
the-
that.
so-
I screwed that up.
Yeah, so you can send it either to info@phoenixstagecompany.org or to
Yes,
mine, and
yes.
then we forward it to the appropriate people. Lori Poulin takes care of people that do backstage stuff and
Yep.
production stuff, and Lori Phillips takes care of the volunteers that do
yeah.
front of house and stuff like that. So
I also want to say, for the people that just came in, it looks very nice and
came in.
holiday-ish out there. Doesn't it look
Oh.
that we got, they spent a couple days, yesterday, right?
yes,
Getting the place all Christmased up.
yes.
So it looks
It
very,
does
it
look
looks
nice,
very
yeah.
welcoming and very, I
Yeah,
love the
so
lights.
yeah,
Festive. Thank God.
Jonathan Ross came in because he's retired now. Jonathan Ross came in
He's
because he's 65. Jonathan Ross came in and Lori Rishnovsky and my sister Deb came in, Deb D'Amicis.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had paint on a table and I said, whack, and they just,
Wow.
whoop, it happened.
Yeah.
And the two Loris and Nancy like whipped out garland and it just stuck to the walls. And it took a little bit more than that. They didn't spit
Yeah.
on it or anything, but
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
it
looks
really
great.
does. It really does
And
look
I
great.
love this time of year, mostly for the decorations. I love seeing all the lights and things like that. It really gets me in the spirit of things. And I've been playing, and you've been playing Christmas music early because we've been doing this kind of stuff.
Well, when I started building the set, I really had to be in the mood. So I just started playing Christmas music.
Yeah. I
And,
think
and,
that came
and
in
at
and
home, I
out,
find
so-
myself now, so far I've watched Home Alone,
Yeah.
The Santa Claus.
And I used to get really mad at people that would start ahead of Thanksgiving with the Christmas stuff. And now I really, I like to spread out the season a little more.
Listen,
Yeah.
especially after this pandemic.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
makes people happy, just do it. If you
Absolutely.
want Christmas in July,
I watch.
You know what
Christmas
makes me
in
happy?
July.
Telling Tim jokes. Hey, Tim,
Hey, what?
speaking of plug,
I regret my statement.
Okay. I'm
what
not
did the
sure.
bald goat say when he looked in the mirror?
I don't know. What did the bald goat say when he looked in the mirror?
I wish I had mohair. Even Lori Poulin like that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to remember that.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be going up to, we're going to be going to an event on Sunday, and I want you to remember all your Thanksgiving jokes when we go up to that event on Sunday, because people will be expecting that.
Okay, I have a caribou joke.
You have a caribou
I
joke?
do. Why
Caribou?
did the caribou marry a Canadian?
I don't know. Why did the caribou marry the Canadian?
Because they really cariboued each other.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Do you have any
They're really-
marmoset jokes?
They're really getting it.
Do you know I never know the punchline usually before you say it, but that one I was.
Oh, you don't want to say the punchline before him.
I did that once.
Yes, I remember.
Yes, don't do that.
Oh,
No,
that's
don't
a
do
bad
it.
thing. Yeah.
Why did the otter cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the otter cross the
It's
road?
To get to the
other
other
side.
Lori's really loving these. She's working really hard not to laugh.
Yeah, I can say that. Just, yeah. Put up all those borders.
Hey, speaking of Lori, I think it's time for a game.
That was the worst segue ever.
Well, she's coming up to play the game with you.
Oh, she's helping me.
Yeah,
She's my
yes,
assistant.
yes.
Hello.
I
Yeah.
missed
Agnes
that
and I are
meeting.
going to move
We're gonna
out of the
get
way. We're going to take our
Okay.
drinks and we're going to take our
All
stuff.
right, all right.
And she's going to come up.
And
There you go.
And we have flipped a coin.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna bring that thing over here, Lori. Okay, the big wheel of doom. And we flipped a coin, a very multi-headed coin prior to there we go. Prior to the show. And the winner of that that's going to come up here and play our game is Jonathan Ross. Is going to come up and play the game. We flipped the coin many times and got rid of everybody else. And Jonathan, you were the last one to come up. So you're gonna come over here on this side of it, and you're gonna spin the wheel to determine what game you're going to play. I hope we remember.
I had no clue.
Yeah,
I just found out about when we got here.
Yeah.
Am I
So
doing it?
there's like 6 different games on there. So you just flip the thing down, whatever comes closest to. Spin the big wheel. Yep. Well, it looks like special effects. If we put an envelope in front of it, we're like. Well, there goes the rest of the show.
Ooh, jargon gymnastics.
Jargon gymnastics. Stretch your mind.
Stretch your tongue.
My mind has no stretching
No,
ability.
you know,
Yeah, because then
You-
otherwise you
Yes,
can't see.
you
sir.
can't see the thing there. Yeah, okay.
There.
Now
So-
you get to sit with them.
Jargon gymnastics is we always try to find some foreign or not from around here words and phrases and things like that. And since we're so close to Thanksgiving, we went to Turkey.
Oh, great.
So these things are all things Turkey, the country, not the bird. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You get 2 out of 3 right. You win the prize. What?
Carry on.
Karen?
Go ahead.
Are you getting licked by that thing?
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you.
Oh, so you get you're in charge of the belt.
Oh,
Okay, now
don't you feel privileged?
yeah. So I actually researched this online because that always works.
Mhm.
So which of the following, this is your first question,
Okay.
which of the following is an actual college in Turkey?
No, oh, sorry.
It's not Jeopardy.
I'm sorry. I was saying.
Is it A, Batman University? Is it B, Howdy Doody Higher Institute of Learning? Or is it C, the Istanbul College of Sarcasm?
Oh, cool. Are you being sarcastic?
I am not. Would I be? Have I ever been sarcastic?
Hmm.
And one of them is in bold type, so it has to be right.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
right.
Which one's in bold?
Don't show what the answer.
Well,
we-
it's sarcasm.
That was it? Is it?
Is
What-
it? Was
no,
it?
what, why would I be sarcastic about
don't
that?
know.
So you really think they have a school where people go and be sarcastic?
Yes.
That sounds right to me. Oh, no?
No, that's not right.
Okay.
That's not
It's
right. It is actually Batman University. And there is a Batman University. They
Oh,
probably don't
really?
pronounce it Batman, and I'm sure they don't all wear tights, but there is a Batman.
made
But
it.
Play
don't
another
worry.
game with him.
What's that?
Play another game with him.
Oh,
That's all right. We're good. He gets 2 out of
He's got
3,
2
so we
more.
can still win the
Oh,
game.
3,
Still win the
another
game.
one.
So you get 2 chances
I
left
get
to
2
still get this.
chances. Okay.
Okay, now if someone in Turkey calls you a peach, they spell it P-I-C, a peach, you're a peach.
PIC.
What are they saying to you?
Peach.
Are they saying, A, you're a really sweet person, but also a pickpocket? Are they saying your daddy did the nasty with someone other than mommy and you were born as a result?
Ah.
Or is it C, you're an excellent chef, but please stay away from our goats?
Oh, that last one was better than any of Ed's jokes.
Oh, we'll try the second one.
Oh,
You had one job. I'll give you two of them.
I wasn't trained properly.
All right, so that's good. You got one out of,
Okay.
so it's a tiebreaker now. If you get this right, you will win the game for
Oh,
you
okay.
and somebody else. In Turkey, the word misir, M-I-S-I-R, means two totally different things. What are they? Salt and pepper, which Hungary and hungry, or Egypt and corn.
We'll go with the first one.
You really think that they have a salt and pepper? You just say, hey,
Just
pass
mix
me
them
the
together.
misir.
Mix them together.
Who mixes salt and pepper together? Why would they, are you sure you want to?
Are you sure?
I don't need those.
So I
We'll
think
go
what we're,
with the third one then.
it's true. It is true. Misir actually means Egypt and corn. They, for some reason, they couldn't come up with a second word for corn. So congratulations, you won the game. You picked the hardest one on the wheel. I think so. So yeah, so I need you to pick a number between, wait a minute, let me look here. Between 1 and 7.
6.
6. Martha, you and Martha have won. Yay! And one more number. Pick another number between 1 and 7. That's not 6.
3.
3. Rob Rosowski. You have won prizes.
Yeah.
And here's what your prize is. You have won
Talking about next year.
a pocket
You're on
2020
camera?
camera.
No, you're not.
Oh, this one.
Oh, okay, there you go. You got a nice pocket calendar.
Has a pocket planner too.
Oh,
Ooh.
a pocket plan, so you
Yes.
learn
I
about.
can put all
things.
my pockets in here.
There you go. And thank you, Jonathan, for playing our game today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vanna.
Thank you, Vanna.
Go ahead, Ed. You can get back there.
So that's how the game went today.
That's how it went.
That's how the game went.
It was a game.
You see, I'm really upset that I can't use the day in history because I'd like to the ones that came up for the day in history. Do you want to know what the day in history? All right, I'll give you 3 choices. Everybody can vote on these
Really?
because we're not going to use this game again.
We're not?
No.
Oh, because it's today.
Duh. You teach him a PDF, he loses everything else. So which 3 choices, one of these happened on a November 18th, and it's true. Is it A, in 1872, Susan B. Anthony is arrested during her strip search, which takes 2 hours. A flask of whiskey is discovered in her bodice. Is it B, 1902, taxidermist Morris Mixon stuffed a bear cub reportedly shot by Teddy Roosevelt, but forgets to include the skeleton, and thus the teddy bear is born? Or is it C, in 1975, David Americo Ortiz Arias is born in Dominican Republic, thus beginning a long and crushing relationship with the New York Yankees?
Ooh.
It's 3. It is 3. Big Poppy. His full name is David Americo Ortiz Arias. See, that was hard too, Jonathan, right?
That was.
But it was in 1902 that teddy bears were first
I was gonna
invented.
say, I like that one.
But it wasn't because Teddy Roosevelt shot a bear
No, he just
at the
forgot
White House and they
skeleton.
forgot to.
I
put the skeleton.
I have always been interested a little bit in taxidermy. How do they do that? Like,
Okay.
I will tell you, there is a whole bunch of photography dedicated to
Oh my
failed
God.
failed
Oh, I've seen
taxidermy.
it.
Oh,
And I think that you have to look at all that first before you appreciate.
I
failed
remember when
taxidermy.
when I directed The Foreigner in New Britain, Johnny Sarhowski was in it, and his father's a taxidermist. So I said,
Is
I
he
want to make,
really?
yes,
I
I
didn't
said,
know
I'd like to have, if you can get them, like all kinds of things to make it look like a hunting lodge. And he did. He got all these heads and things, and we also had a deer butt.
Oh.
so yeah. So one of my dad's very good friends when we lived in Vermont, they had a deer butt and a deer head, and it was on opposite ends of the wall.
Yeah.
So like the deer head was in the dining room and the deer butt was in the living
Oh,
room,
that's funny.
and its little back feet were sticking out. It was a gun rack.
Oh,
So the gun was like hanging from its back legs off the underneath its butt.
it
It
did
was
get
really
to
kind of
be,
interesting.
it did get to be a point of when the audience would come in early and see the set, they'd just been staring at it.
We actually
really-
borrowed some taxidermy from Johnny O
Yeah.
for Farce of
Farce
Nature.
of Nature, yeah. I drew the line though, when they said they wanted to put some raisinets at the bottom of the floor
Oh,
next to
God.
the deer butt.
Raisinets, really? You think that's what it would be? Raisinets?
Well, it
Well,
looks
they're a little
lot
bit
like
bigger than raisinets. They're more like those chocolate covered
Goop.
eggs you get at Easter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
well,
you
we
know.
kind of drew the line at that. Yeah.
I can
But
appreciate
taxidermy
that.
is an interesting thing. It is. Yeah, I always wonder about that too. Do they?
Yeah, me,
do
I
they-
didn't ever
do they
wonder
what they
about
stuff them
it.
with? Anyway? I mean, you go to the museums and you see like a
A
natural-
bones.
Well, you see the bones at the museums. Every now and then they
How did we get on this tangent? Oh, because
oh,
of
about
you.
the teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was his
Some
fault.
It was
idea.
his fault.
Yeah.
Got a joke
Hey,
for him?
hey, you know what? We need to thank our sponsors.
We do need to
Oh, is it
thank
that
our
time?
sponsors.
Thank you,
Al's
Al's
sponsors.
supposed to play some
Uh,
music.
And we're waiting for the
Oh
thing to
my
come up.
goodness.
Up there. There we go. So our first sponsor, Black Hog Brewing Company, Oxford, Connecticut.
Yeah,
Cheers.
whether out of a wine glass
Wine
or a
glass
beer glass.
We love you,
And it's
Black Hog.
not even a wine glass.
It's
Wine,
plastic.
plastic.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That hurt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Black Hog.
Thank you, Black Hog. And we also have to thank Sierra Ridge Media Arts, Deb and Jeff Cryan, out of
We know-
Naugatuck, Connecticut.
Yeah, we knew Deb wanted to be here today, but got called in to work. Or she was
Yeah,
working and had to work
sorry.
late. So sorry, Deb. We know you're watching at home. Thank you
Miss
for
ya.
everything.
Yeah. So and hopefully in the coming season we'll have a couple more sponsors.
Yes, so we're always
look
open
out
for
for
that.
word on that. Look out for word
Yep.
on that. Okay.
And we are going to be back on stage. Well, first of all, we have the show coming up, which opens in 9 days.
In 9 days.
But in 2 weeks,
Yeah, December 2nd.
December 2nd, we will be back. And you know, we were just this past week, we were just on WCBG on what's the show called? Backstage. I paid attention
Yeah.
with Eric Wislund. And we had so much fun. We're going to return the favor and have Eric on our stage with us for our podcast.
On December 2nd.
On December
So
2nd.
so hopefully our
Guests
audience
are
will come
all
back and hang out with us.
Hang out with us.
And don't forget our
Oh,
holiday
holiday
party,
party,
which is,
December
oh, look
18th.
at that, on Saturday, December
Look at that.
18th.
Yeah, and we
The-
also
the,
have,
The
oh, that's
cooking
our
theme
the cooking
is
theme.
anything Beatles. Beatles song.
A food inspired by a Beatles tune, and people have come up with a lot of good ideas.
True that.
So we're
I want to
looking
hold
for
your
it. I want to
hand.
hold your hand.
Do you see there's
Lucy
a
and the
great
Pie
Beatles
with
thing coming up on
almonds.
Paramount,
What's that?
on,
Yeah.
Disney Plus?
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
When I'm 65,
Man,
it'll have to be something like cream corn, 'cause you don't have any teeth left.
Wow, what do you?
Come
Feel-
see the Christmas show, you'll understand.
You'll understand.
Yeah.
Feel my pain.
Maybe. Hopefully they won't say it, but you'll understand. Yeah, so for our audience, hang out. Let's chat a little bit about the season. And
Yep.
to everyone else, thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you all for
today.
coming down here tonight.
yeah.
Really great to see all these people here.
Say goodnight, Tim.
Good night.
Good night, Al.
Good night, Michael.
Ah, humbug.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Are we off the air yet?
Are we done?
I really need another beer. Are we still on?